is Commander Leonhart's first Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament, and this is Ursine's third entry into the tournament. She's quite rightly a veteran at this point, and it looks like our racers are going to get underway here. So, 3 chests in the throne room. That one behind it will be a key. The other 2 are mysteries for the moment.
Alrighty. Cursed belt. A little bit of gold. And a key, of course. We have 8 MP as well. Any spells? Return! Free key!
Free key. So that return spell is... let's see. It looks like...
Commander is not aware of the tactic, apparently.
Yeah. So he does not use return and instead takes the field. And Ursine's going to save her key. And she's going to take a save real quick and likely take a look in the Tangible Treasury to see what's in those 4 chests.
That's an option. With that much money, you're also free to just buy maximum keys right now and solve the problem forever.
Quite true. I always mess that one up. If I get a gold chest in the throne room, I always go and save the key. And you can always just go buy keys in the back, but I forget about that.
Yep. Yeah, Commander returns to the castle, so Commander knows the spell's there, knows what it does. But perhaps that works in the throne room. However, goes outside and first punches some slime down.
Gonna punch some slimes on 6 strength. That's about all you can punch slimes and red slimes right now.
Luckily, we have Zone 0 by the castle. You're looking around the area. You can find a zone with low enemies. Scorpion being your toughest find. Scorpion would be a problem right now. But for now, Drakey's and the slimes are viable options.
Absolutely. So, Ursine has checked out the basement of Tangible when she went back to buy keys, and that's the Staff of Rain trade-in cave. And she's going to get jammed up by this guard for a little bit at least before she goes for her treasury check.
Yeah, Dragonlord's hard to kill, but the guards are invincible.
The guards are invincible. No hurts or hurtmores there. Looks like a key back in the treasury as well as a fairy water. Another gold chest in the lower right box there. And center square is another cursed belt. So that's 2 cursed belts so far.
Alright, so the cursed belts designate that there are spots on the map to be found. Cursed belts denote overworld spots, the Hawk's Nest spot, the world map spot, the Coal Spring spot. Are all viable spots to find items on the ground. Important items. Shiny items. Fluty items, maybe.
Any number of things. We got 2 musical instruments out there possible: silver harp, fairy flute. We got a couple of trinkets in the stones of sunlight and the token. Might also come across the cursed death necklace. We'll talk about all this stuff as we keep going, but we're looking for quest items here. And right now, Ursine looks like she's going to try to put this gold that she's got to some use. While Commander Leonhart's probably going to take out this slime for level 2, so we'll see if that has any help on offer.
Ursine finds a town, finds a bird.
Oh, surprise deal, 2 breath from the red slime.
Okay, birds also have, jerk birds have hurt more as well, so enemies are a little dangerous by the town of the castle here. Red slimes have a very low use apparently. Leonhart had a few rounds with the red slime before, nothing happened. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I have this. Alright, and Ursine did find a town close to the start. The desert is a high encounter rate tile. Very dangerous.
And Commander Leonhart gets sent back again by that red slime. One wonders what percentage that is at this point if he just got some outlier cases in his first couple of fights. But Ursine's going to be the first to level 2. 2 power, 3 speed, 1 hit point, and a new spell. It is Stop Spell.
Which is handy against that wyvern with the hurt more spell. Like the one right here.
Unfortunately, the wyvern decided to take a bite out of Ursine that time instead of using Hurtmore, so she takes 2 hits and goes back. So she does see that town. That's very tempting to try to get to, but the zone that surrounds it looks pretty dangerous.
It's dangerous zone monsters. Also, again, desert tiles, swamp tiles, forest tiles are higher encounter rates, so you're going to find more trouble in those parts of the map.
Exactly, those desert tiles, compared to the grassland tiles are 1 out of 32 to get an encounter there. The desert tiles are 1 in 8. So you're 4 times more likely to get an encounter in one of those tiles.
Ursign using the fairy water that they found in the treasury. With our current settings, thanks to the Mighty Maru, you may use torches and fairy water to do damage in combat. They're almost guaranteed hits, damage ranges. Torches similar to hurt, fairy water is a little harder, and fairy water can hit metal slimes 50-50 shot for 1 damage.
And there we go with that 12 XP from the Magidrake Ursign up to level 3, 11 speed. I believe that was 4
hit points.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a couple of empties on that one.
Level 2 for Leonhart as well. You're not seeing much difference here in the stats yet. Leonhart's fighting's been a little harder with the red slimes breathing on him. But the keys will make a huge difference later on. Once they start breaking out and doing things, Ursign will have that option. Commander's going to have to find Rimbledar somewhere, or a lucky chest. Alright, so while we're getting slapped around by monsters, let's go over how the game works. So this is a randomizer, but the rules are kind of the same still. Goal is to get to the evil Dragon Lord, kill the Dragon Lord, and return to the castle. To get to the castle in the first place, you must find Charlock. You must find the Rainbow Drop to get into Charlock. To find the Rainbow Drop, you gotta find the Silver Harp and the Staff of Rain, and cache them in at the cave with the old man, the Jerk Cave, to get them together with Erdrick's token as well, to say, "Hello, my name is Erdrick."
There we go, and we're looking for, as you pointed out earlier, these cursed belts that we've seen so far on Ursign's side correlate directly to whether or not the search spots in the game are occupied. So we've seen 2 of those so far, so we know that perhaps some of our quest items, or maybe Erdrick's sword or Erdrick's armor, are out there waiting to be found on one of those search tiles, either in Cole, on the overworld, or in Hawksness, guarded by a tile boss.
Yes, Hawksness has a tiles boss there. The coal spot just simply is the fact that coal doesn't exist, hard to find. And the overworld map spot, you must find Cantillon, walk through the old man's, a very mean, nasty old man they've locked away in a cave, and walk through the terrifying barrier to get to him.
Ursign has taken another trip through the treasury here, reclaiming those chests, so she has another fairy water, as well as some more gold to try to get to that town.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fortunate for Leonhart. We haven't seen any scorpions of the nature. The fairy water is a pretty hard hit for these very low-level monsters. Scorpions cash in for a lot of experience points comparatively early game.
Yeah, absolutely. Fairy water can take out anything in Zone 0 in one shot. It does 9 to 16 damage. Scorpion's got the most hit points of anything you might find there at 13. So if you roll well, you can get, maybe 12 XP from a Magidrake or 16 from a Scorpion just with one toss of that fairy water. And it looks like she's going to hit the treasury again. I think I like this move here. Accumulate some resources and see if you can maybe snipe some enemies on your way through to that town.
Versus trying to get the town. Has not got the town yet. But while you're going down, getting back and getting killed, you get treasure in the treasury, so you get more gold back. You get another fairy water throw, which could be useful now or even endgame if you have to roll some low damage dice against Dragon Lord. Surprisingly, fairy water hits Dragon Lord too. Same damage rate, so you can actually hit a little harder with the fairy water sometimes than the sword itself.
Absolutely. Alright, Ursign actually went hunting for that Magidrake. He found it and is now 2 experience short of level 4. Unfortunately, out of ammunition. And I will say she's getting a cursed belt every trip through that treasury too. Those are just good for cursing you, but you can sell them for 180 gold, and that gold doesn't disappear when you take a death, so that's some hard cash that you have on hand that can't be robbed by the enemies.
Yeah, it's rare in most RPGs. Death usually means half your money goes away. A few RPGs, notably Dragon War with the belts, not on purpose, but it's there. Seven Saga with the jewelry can save your money, quote unquote, and hold on to it in your inventory as opposed to being robbed of your gold every time you die.
Ursign hits level 4. That was a 4-1-4 level. Still no magic points. That's been stuck on 8 since the very start of the seed, but they do have hurt now, and that's going to enable fighting some of these tougher enemies, although on their current hit points, this wolf might be a tougher ask, and yeah, it's going to send Ursign back, but she does have hurt now and has a little bit of an experience lead, can probably dust some of those Zone 0 monsters pretty easily with that.
Yes, the Ursign's now the queen of the South Forest here. Universe Slimes can kill you with Fire Breath. You can kill them first with Hurt. And Leonhart again, putting nose in the grindstone, just taking down monsters. So doesn't have the keys, doesn't have the things there. Ursine's exploration attempts to get to that town might actually be costing her a bit in terms of the grind. But again, having hurt now will certainly pay dividends really quickly. Or get hit by a wolf again.
Yeah, back attacked by a wolf kind of puts that fight out of range in a damage race, unfortunately. It looks like Ursine's heading for that town again. Lots of dangerous enemies in the way.
Yeah, there's been a few high-level enemies, Charlock-level enemies. Stone Man is a Charlock, basically one of the weaker men in Charlock, frankly. Slow, very high HP, usually sleep vulnerability. But at level 4, that's a problem.
Yeah, big problem. They do have reasonably high agility. It's not out of the question that you can pick up a run from some of those enemies, but the Stone Man has pretty beefy run tier, so it's hard to get away from.
Yeah, it's the slowest enemy in Charlock. It's still an enemy in Charlock.
Yeah, exactly.
See, even the strength still being really low and no gear, so even the Ursine trying to wrestle his Drake to the ground, it's a few rounds of punching.
Yeah, Drakey on 12 strength is still about a swing and a half per fight, so sometimes 1, sometimes 2, but it's the hurt spell is going to do a lot of work against those magic Drakeys, though.
Yeah, the Drakeys also have heal more, so if you punch once and wind up too far, it might kill itself back to full.
Yep.
Alright, that's where we know that the basement of the Tatangel, behind the locked door there, has the cash-in for the Staff of Rain. We have a nice little funnel. We have a desert to the north. We have swamp and desert to the east. And a town we have not seen yet. Alright, we're taking time to cast Stop Spell on the Drakes to make the hits land. Especially healing enemies. Heal spells tend to be triggered when enemies are at a certain hit point threshold. So once you cast a Stop Spell on them, once they get low enough, they'll try to heal themselves, and usually it locks them into a healing, basically a loop they can't get out of. It's, the game's AI is simplistic. It's very much if-else, not too much logic.
Pretty much, and in that sense, Stop Spell can be a really useful weapon to punch above your weight against some enemies, because if you can find an enemy that casts heal, that's kind of bad, but if you can Stop Spell it, that's actually really good. Because it'll just get stuck in that heal loop, like you said. Here's level 5 for Ursine. 6 power, 3 speed, 1 hit point, 9 magic points. So finally budged off of 8 MP, up to 17 now. That's some useful resources for casting Hurt.
So Ursine again starting to pull away now with the experience points. The fights can be ended in 1 turn with Hurt, whereas Leonhart's still doing it the hard way.
He did just pick up level 4 though, so that'll be that Hurt spell, very valuable. And Ursine's gonna make the walk to this town, and it is the mystical lost village of Cole.
They do exist.
So makes a beeline for the search tile, digs that up, and finds Erdrick's armor. Big get there.
Alrighty. One might say the best armor ever created. Erdrick's armor has a sizable defense boost. Makes you immune to Stop Spell. Cuts damage from Hurt spells by a half. Damage from Fire Breath by, I think, 1/3.
Yeah, I think both by a third. Both by...
I think the Hurt spells were happy. I think it's third. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's both a third.
Ignore damage tiles, so swamps and barriers no longer hurt you. And heal 1 hit point per step of walking. So you're constantly regenerating health on the map.
Yeah, when you don't have much HP and you don't have a heal spell and the only herb shop is way around the bend there in Cole, then that heal walking is worth its weight.
However, does not stop Star Weapon. Oh, it's not Fire Breath. Makes it much more manageable.
Yeah, Stop Spell, Weak Breath, Star Wyvern. That's a manageable enemy, as long as it uses those skills fairly frequently, because one of the benefits, as you mentioned, of Erdrick's armor is that confers Stop Spell immunity as well, so...
Yeah, Stop Spell, even prior to that, Stop Spell usually 50-50 shot for the monsters. Sleep's a guaranteed hit on you, so nothing stops Sleep in the game against you anyhow.
Ursine heads east, finds the Stones of Sunlight Cave, so 1 free chest here. But it's empty, so that must be a magic key.
Which is good news for Leonhart if he
Absolutely.
gets around that corner.
CommanderLeonhart is on his way toward Cole. He's going to try to swing north of the hills here.
We're seeing Drakima on Ursine's screen. Drakima being humbled greatly by the armor. Drakima is a mid-game enemy, even so kind of weak when you find in the first place. But having a hurt spell and a pretty weak attack, the armor makes it almost ineffective.
Yeah, right now 43 defense points. The armor itself is worth 28. They have reasonable agility. So once you get the armor, you're breaking quite a few enemies through the mid-game up to, say, specters, wolves, that kind of stuff. So what that means is those enemies will only hit you for 0 through usually a low single digit for those kinds of enemies. In Drakima's case, it's 4. So very valuable in that regard, too.
Yeah, once you have a defense power equaling the enemy's attack power, the value changes heavily in your favor for damage.
Ursine heads a little bit, I think here, this might be south of Cole, roughly.
Yeah, it was towards the south, the flat edge of the map. One of the tricks in Dragon War Randomizer, you see a long, flat edge of a world, that's probably the end of the map there. So you're on a border of the map there.
Kind of on the south coast, so Ursine, with the armor, is going to be able to check these coordinates in Cantlin. Won't take any damage from these barrier tiles.
Cheats.
95 north, 51 east. I dare say that's not a cheat.
Time to find a princess.
All right, so we know we're situated pretty far south at Tanagel. That might be the south coast of the map, south of the castle, so doesn't seem super countable. Probably princess rescues in this seed.
Seems so. So when you see a large distance from the castle, or a really windy map that seems like it might be close to you, but in reality it's very far away because there's a cave and 3 turns around. You want to get yourself fresh new, updated for this year's Gwail positioning system, where you can find a princess, put her on a throne, and suddenly she'll tell you where you are compared to her. But remember, she's very important, so it's related to her, not related to you.
Yep, make sure you flip those axes. Speaking of flipping, Ursine's turning some of those cursed belts into some cash. She must have spotted something that she wants to buy here at the top Cantlin shop. Probably a hand axe. Doesn't quite have enough for that broadsword.
Yeah,
So the hand axe an upgrade of 5 attack power over the copper sword, so now she's got 33 attack power.
On her again. Go back in. Yes, with our standard settings, and some chaos settings, you might be able to accidentally sell, quote-unquote, oops, my bad, my Urgent Armor for a huge chunk of cash. But with the base settings here, 1 gold piece. So, don't sell your armor.
This public service announcement provided to you by the Seawolf One. Please play Dragon Warrior Randomizer responsibly.
Yeah, I've made some mistakes in the past. Don't be like Seawolf.
No, we've been there. I've been there.
The first time I bought the game, there was a save file already, and it had magic armor, it had Urgent Armor. Like, ooh, magic armor at shop. This is expensive. This is probably great.
Magic sounds pretty good. I mean, you don't know who Erdrick is. He's just some guy. He might be okay armor, and the magic armor's way better because it's magic.
I was too busy freaking out, like, oh my god, it's Nestor. He's patrolling the town. I found Nestor. Alrighty. So, torches, items, Ursine's pick up some, handy things. Torches for caves, see around the caves. Some herbs, get some health restores besides a heal spell and the armor. So you, in some protracted fights, her herb heals more than the heal spell does with the randomizer. So you can get into a longer fight and you can trade back and forth a bit with herbs you supply.
Absolutely. Very handy to have. With no heal spell available yet on level 5.
I mean, there's obviously there's walk and walk more in the case of Ursine. Again, with no gear and no keys, unfortunately, is still forced to walk around Zone 0 and punch out small animals.
Oh, look at this.
Hawksnest and... Ooh, Garenham.
Garenham. So this is very nice. If there's a decent enemy on that Hawksnest spike tile, this sets up really well for an endgame grind. because you've got a town to heal, just a couple of tiles outside. Of course, Hawksness, as we talked about, one of those towns that has a search spot, but it is guarded by a spike tile that you can fight over and over again. One of 6 Charlock enemies might be there. But right now, Ursine's going to take a look in the back door of Garenham. 3 chests back here, and then possibly more, depending on what is in the back staircase.
Alright, we got more gold. Another torch. And the Stones of Sunlight.
Tasty Stones of Sunlight. Although there's no telling how long they've been in that box, so...
Alright, the stones again are integral to the end game. By themselves do nothing. We have the stones and the Staff of Rain free to the jerk. You can cash them in for a rainbow drop to make a bridge to the castle. Also, below that is Swamp Cave. So you have the princess nearby. Spike tile again with an axe knight.
So 2 spike tiles in close proximity to Garenham. One's in the basement, one's right outside. And Ursine looked like she took the preemptive stop spell chance on that Axe Knight, did land it, did not see it cast anything. But elsewhere, Ursine's just a little bit behind Commander Leonhart now in experience, and Commander Leonhart has hit level 6 where he has found the Hurtmore spell.
Yeah, Hurtmore is a big equalizer. Especially when damaged. No one has an aerial sword yet. So now Commander Leonhart, at least for the next few combats before Ursine catches up, can just say, "Hey, you!" and just get experience points and gold from the ashes.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a big deal here, particularly as the strength remains a bit laggardly, 22 on level 6. So Ursine, even with a hand axe on level 5, just the regular hurt spell is out-damaging most of her physical attacks against some of these mid-game enemies.
There we go. Now you see Commander purposely talking big game, going far away from the castle in the desert and just finding things. Please fight.
Nice. Hit that Star Wyvern. Got it in one shot. Not guaranteed. Star Wyverns have up to 74 hit points. So, got a good roll there. Picked up a lot of experience for his trouble.
Those things for Ursine. So, Ursine will have armor and hurt more. It's now a combat monster.
Yeah, a lot of agility too. Another big bump on level 6, and we'll see what level 7 brings right now because Commander Leonhart's just gotten there. 1703.
Alright, this is a speedy seed.
Yeah, yet more agility. 55 on level 7. That accounts for some of your defense. Agility helps you run away from monsters. It also, you divide that by 2, and that gives you your base defense point score without your equipment.
Ursine says, "I have hurt more. I know spike tiles."
Yeah, so here she goes. Just what Tilo speculated in chat. She's heading back to this target-rich environment. Gonna check out the spike tile. Oh, that's the fun police.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. Not what you want to see there. Hoping for something other than a red dragon or a golem because those are virtually immune to hurt more. And that's one of them. But she does have that Axe Knight in the basement and knows that the coordinates are very far away, so that could be something that she's thinking about right now, too.
Ooh, I think Leonhart is doing the Swamp Cave backwards. Nope. Maybe not. Hey, playing on slimes. Leonhart now, the downside of using Hurt more to hunt the game is you end up far from the castle with no magic points, and now are looking for a small game.
Yes, exactly. Not much MP to speak of, even on level 7 for Commander Leonhart, just 22, so that with Hurt more costing 5 magic points, that's it. That only gives you 4 casts before you need to reload.
Ooh, and a wizard, which is also doesn't really care about Hurt more that much. And so Ursine, despite having the most powerful attack spell in the game, is finding a lot of things that don't care about being attack spells.
Precisely. Not what you want to see is that kind of stuff. Red dragons and wizards both with the maximum 15 out of 16 hurt and hurt more resist.
Leonhart sees a town across a swamp.
Don't quite think he has enough HP to get there, though.
Which not now.
Yeah, intercepted by a Droll Magi en route.
And now we have knowledge. Urstein heading back towards Garenham. Time to ask a few questions.
Yeah, I think that that basement axe knight's in for a world of hurt more.
Leonhart. Leonhart needs to go just a little more to the east. You'll find, well, south and east, you'll find a free armor waiting for you, but keeps on heading north.
Yeah, he's seen that town across that swamp. I wonder if he's just going to try to get back there, not having seen Cole yet. Oh, no.
Roll the dice and hurt more. Alright, do it again, see what happens.
So, Red Dragon's inside Swamp Cave. Commander Leonhart has managed to double hurt more this armored knight. Usually those are really good at sending a racer back, especially when you've only got 33 HP, but he managed to survive the first swing and got his 2 hurt mores off.
I won. I don't feel like I won, though.
Nope, got that hurt more miss on the Wraith Knight. That would have been the next level, too, so unfortunate there.
Alrighty, so heading down there. Urstein, unfortunately, is running to foul beasts in the area, so we'll probably try to explore a little better. Again, once Urstein heads north, she will be able to find that swamp in town, and probably a little better luck getting there. But currently hunting big game on the desert there.
Commander Leonhart has picked up level 8, 600 experience points, 5 power, 1 speed, 4 hit points, 6 magic points. No new spells there. Modest gains.
Wraith Knight is ignoring hurt more.
Just wants nothing to do with it. You'd almost think they had a high hurt resist. But they don't. They're only, I think, about 3 and 16. So, kind of unlucky there for Commander Leonhart in the last couple of encounters. Yeah.
Now, the wizard is still beyond the reach of our sign. It's still a Trolloc class enemy with resistance to hurt more, so very dangerous. Alrighty. So Commander fixated on that swamp town to the north. Urstein heading back to Garenham. I wonder if Urstein's key count. Or is this getting lower?
I know that there was, with the key in the Tangible Treasury, it's probably
Actually true, yeah.
remained okay, but she's been through Garenham a couple times now, so I'm guessing probably on 3 or 4 keys after this one.
Yeah, the refund on the treasury is nice, but it's I am worried about the Garenham trips.
Yeah, that's always something you want to keep in the back of your mind.
Oh no! Walks out of town by accident.
So that's one more key down, unfortunately. But she does, if she was paying attention to Stones of Sunlight Cave in that one gap there, and we do see now she's checking her keys, has 2 left. The Stones of Sunlight Cave did have that free key in it.
True, as well as
long as yeah.
As long as you got 1.
Yep, now down to 1.
If you got 1, you got 6. At least the castle is now.
Yes.
That's how math works, right?
Pretty sure.
I gotta see, I passed.
Just need to add some gold, and then you're good.
Alright, Red Dragon's dominating the map here. Baby Breath is nice.
Pleasantly enough, yeah, that weak breath is good to see, and also managed to run away from that one, so maybe she can make it to the spike on this trip. Speaking of making it to things, Commander Leonhart stumbles into Remulder, finally gets to that town that was across the swamp.
Hey. Alright, and has plenty of gold, so keys are definitely on the menu. Axe Knight goes down. She goes right back in front of the go.
Yeah, she wants another one. That'll get her level 8 if she takes it out, and she does.
Alright, rolls the dice. Gets paid for it. Alright, Commander Leonhart. Spend a little gold, got a small shield, leather armor, and a bamboo pole.
Bamboo pole hype.
mean, go for the golden pole vaulting. Last I checked, the two of them split. That's your chance. 2 for 1. The last Ursine did not get that last accident, but the damage is done. Level 8 attained. Leonhart finally gets a whole bunch of keys and will now enjoy the same privileges as Ursine.
Yep, Ursine knows she's on her last key, but she can pull one out of the treasury here, as well as some gold, so she can head to the back door. She has not seen Remolder yet, has only seen that free key in the Stones Cave chest. So she'll give the soldier there what for and head toward the back door.
Alright, piece of news in this cursed Remolder past the swamp. Cash in 2 keys for that one chest.
Will it be worth it? I'd say probably not. It's an herb.
Soul Blazer. Ursine restocks the keys and heads back out. And Leonhart says, I want to check the treasury. He goes back to the castle. Stag's got a point there. You can go there.
That's true.
As far as Leonhart knows, no the town has herbs yet. So if you want to find herbs, you might have to go through 2 keys to find them.
Speaking of herbs and other supplies, Ursine stopping here in Garenham, making sure she's got a full stack of herbs. She does. Going to pick up some torches as well, as Commander Leonhart makes his way to the back door of Tanjil. Finish filling up on his keys, as well as make this basement check.
Learn the truth of the basement, having the Staff of Rain cave. Make things easy for later on.
Ursine did pick up a dragon scale there as well. Minor item worth 2 defense power, but sometimes that's the difference between breaking something and not, so handy to have if you can grab one.
You can also stare at it in combat and get yourself killed if you're trying to die in a dungeon.
Also very useful for that reason.
And sometimes killing yourself every step is a bad thing.
Yeah. Trying to take a death warp, that heal walking actually works against you a little bit.
Ooh, night ambush. So Ursine's trying to get down there. Probably going for Princess save. You can definitely kill the Axe Knights with the Hurt More. So definitely a good chance to save Gwaelin here.
Tilo with a good point here. She was on her last key on that trip, so she would not have been able to rescue Gwaelin anyway, so she opted to run out her resources against that Axe Knight instead. Probably a good call given the circumstances.
Yeah, HP was a bit low too, but yeah, unfortunately that one walk off the map may cost her that extra minute and a half or so time. Got back pretty fast, very powerful, so not a huge loss here. Level 9, getting plain old hurt and sleeping.
No strength 324 on that one, so strength still kind of low. I may be understating the matter there.
Ooh, a doggy.
Princess Gwaelin going for a ride.
I'm so happy. I'm much happier than you are.
Oh, much happy. Would have been much happier to not see that red dragon, though.
Instant red dragon.
Unfortunately, no outside spell yet. That spell will shuttle you right outside of any cave. As of level 9, though, don't have access to it, so those red dragons will remain a hazard on their current statistics.
And Garenham is wondering, every 5 minutes a dog walks past me. Never comes out of the cave, only goes into the cave. It's very strange.
Some confused NPCs right now.
Alright, Leonhart is back to the treasury. So we're doing some gold grind the hard way. We're getting our goods here, we're getting keys back, we're getting gold. Get some fairy waters, I believe. Nope, skip the fairy water now.
I think the unfortunate bit for Commander Leonhart is he's still not seen... He's seen the Remolder shop, but he still hasn't been to Cole. He would know that he could skip armor purchasing if he'd see that tile, but just hasn't made it that direction yet.
I do believe that full plate was in Remolder waiting, so yes, I think a save up here for a better weapon and armor is definitely going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Widow, forget it. Wait till we get to Wait till Cecil walks into Breckenary and opens the bomb by accident.
Yeah, just if that guy walks into your town and has a package, just politely refuse delivery.
That means only Breckenary.
Well, fair enough.
Ursine back. Oh wow, Axe Knight is hurt. So,
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen that, I think.
So unexpected mercy from the Axe Knight, which took the first hurt more and came in swinging, and then offered a tiny little fireball in response.
I think that equation checks out, Paradox. Breckenary plus Cecil equals Melmond? That seems like good math to me.
Alright. Actually, just blow back Knights and get experience points. Probably look for outside. Actually, that would be the worst play. You basically have free experience points here. Assuming the dragon show up to ruin your party. Oh! Accidentally asleep, apparently.
Oh, well, that's less good.
This guy's full of surprises.
How about this? This has been this is a kind of weird outliers when you first see enemies in this seed. We saw a couple red slime encounters at the beginning, seemed totally fine. All of a sudden, they whip out the DL2 breath. And then here we've seen this Axe Knight multiple times now. And I think that's the first time we've seen sleep or hurt. So
yeah, I've heard it 10 times. Like, you know what? I got a better idea.
I've been hiding this one for just such an occasion.
Yeah, Axe Knight number 472 walks out of the cave and sees the 5 of the bodies. He's like, you know what? We're gonna try something different.
Change of plans, guys.
Axe Knight pulls out a book.
I have a great idea. Wait till you hear this plan.
Alright, Ursine uses the fairy water to actually repel to get faster travel in the overworld.
Commander Leonhart, meanwhile, on his way to Remolder again. I think he took a reset there, ran into an encounter he couldn't get past, so he wanted to save his gold. These wizards are a problem.
Yeah, wizard again. Not inherently dangerous, weaker chalk enemies, but ignores magic more or less. They resist most hurt spells, sleep spells, 15 out of 16 if I recall correctly. They're real hard hit with magic. So if you already have the magic to offer, they just hit you really hard, and they're fast enough to be a problem.
Exactly. When I wonder now, Commander Leonhart's taking a pause here. Hopefully he knows which direction he's headed for his shop.
That's a lot of money. I don't know if commanders walk past. Oof, okay. Alright, so that's a problem.
And he's going to take his reset, so he wants to save that gold.
Yeah, but the commander somehow walked. Yeah, you have to go a little more east. You go northeast, and there's that like forest area of the swamp above. Commander went to the desert just north of the castle, and that goes around the bend to another cave over there.
Yeah. Wizard also giving Ursine problems, unfortunately. But thanks to that last visit to the Axe Knight spike, at least, she has built up a pretty decent experience points lead.
Yep, that's important there. So, to explore, to find things, and while doing that, still getting experience points. The juggling those two factors of, I gotta find the world, explore all my things, gotta find my chests, I gotta kill things and get experience points. You gotta juggle the two of them back and forth while you're exploring the world. You can fall behind, you can be winning exploration, and losing terribly experience points and vice versa.
Exactly. So it's all a matter of how it comes together in the end. Gotta tie up all your loose ends, get your homework done, and see who comes out on top. Ursine's headed north again. If she can find the Star Wyverns, those are a pretty great enemy with the armor, and it looks like there's Wyverns up here too. I like this as a zone if she's content to grind a little bit, because the Wyverns are one shot with hurt more every single time, 100%. And the Star Wyverns we've seen have weak breath and stop spells, so they're not going to do much of anything to you, and you can recover just by heal walking afterwards. So this might be a good grind zone.
Yeah,
I probably cursed it with some bad enemy when I said that just now, but
well, we'll see.
We'll see.
But given the sudden revelation of Sleep Spell on the Axe Knight, it's not so free anymore.
No, exactly. If you have to stop spell before you combat, then that just adds an extra turn.
With our massive stores of MP here, we can't quite be casting spells for no reason.
Exactly. Ursine does hit level 10. No spells there. Looks like another blank on hit points, though.
Yep. I see color. Agility is getting up there.
Quite fast. Our racers could race an actual race. A foot race. Not much for the combat so far.
Imagine you run only in 2 frames of animation, how fast you'd go.
Hey, Janice Zeal6, thank you for raiding over, one of our tournament participants. Thanks for joining us. We're about 40 minutes into this one. In a seed light on strength, hit points, and magic points. And just both racers trying to find their way around the map a little bit here. Ursine settling in to do some grinding. Commander Leonhart has a haul of gold that he's pulled out of the treasury that he's trying to get someplace. And Randomania joining us as well. Thanks for raiding in. Hope your race went well.
Hi, rando people.
Let the Randomanias combine.
Oh no, Randomus Prime. I thought that was.
I think Paradox in chat has the right of it. We rolled some thieves this seed.
That's awfully harsh, if true.
It is kind of harsh. Final Fantasy 1 thieves. That's a pretty low bar there. I think we've at least cleared that.
Yeah, we have magic available. We learned Flare at level 3. So.
Yeah. Quite right. And we've got much better equipment than a thief can equip too. We've got Erdrick's armor there for Ursine and
a stick for
yeah, a stick, which is better than anything a thief can equip. So yeah, we're on it.
Yes. So Ursine found took advantage of the early game return tactic to keep her key, and by having the keys, did not really get much advantage beyond that. But did head south, looped around, went south in the map to the border, and found Cole, which had the Urza's armor. Whew, too much magic. Urza's armor, and is kind of been abusing that to explore the world much more freely. Leonhart doing pretty well for having less gear and less stats, but has had a much harder go of it.
Yeah, honestly, I've been impressed with the way he's been able to manage this early game despite the fact that he was not able to take advantage of that early key. Now, Ursine's had a little bit of bad luck here and there, and we've seen this Axe Knight spike tile now with sleep. Doesn't look as good as it once did. But it looks like she might be trying to get back to it now to do that princess rescue. You see the coordinates there on screen, 95 north, 51 east. You don't want to count that. But the princess is proving difficult to rescue because no outside spell. You've got Red Dragons and Swamp Cave, and the Axe Knight Spike does pull that sleep out of its back pocket now and again.
Leonhart is right next to it. Oh no, the dreaded Gold Man! Alright, escapes the Gold Man. We're going shopping.
Alright, he's made it to his shop.
Maybe not.
Or, well, yeah, again, with the invincible town boss.
Get in there, quick!
NPCs have 16 out of 16 hurt resist. So it looks like probably broadsword and full plate in the offing for Commander Leonhart here. So the broadsword good for 20 attack power, the full plate 24 defense points.
These are significant boosts. Knowing what we know, it could be a lot better for a lot cheaper. But knowing what Leonhart knows and how the world's been treating him, yeah, is definitely a good boost in his favor.
Yeah, absolutely. He has just kind of been going on a diagonal there and is just narrowly missing Cole, I think, off to the south of his screen when he's been heading toward Remolder. So that's kind of unfortunate for him. Yeah,
one of the traits of Dragon Warrior is the map being so fixed on you. Future games have the Eagle Eye spell, which zooms the map out and lets you see around the big old picture file they use to make the map of the world. Right now, you have 8x8 around you, and if you miss one step to north, you're gonna walk right past it and never see it.
Yep, limited visibility at this elevation.
It's very important to you, if you see the edge of a map, to make sure you're only the very edge of the bottom so you get full coverage of north and south around you.
Yeah, kind of walking and keeping your map edges on the screen is pretty important so you don't miss something, a tile off this way or that along a coast.
Alright, so freshly armored, some fresh steel, Ursine in the desert, murdering flying objects.
Yeah, Ursine clearing the skies north of Tantagel.
Alright, Leonhart finds a squishy werewolf and blows it up for one hurt more.
And I think he's finally seen Cole.
Leonhart may say some words in about 5 seconds. The words probably shouldn't be broadcast on Twitch TV. We are not responsible for the words spoken on that own stream.
Ooh, unfortunate there. He landed his hurt more on the Star Wyvern, but unfortunately at 48 attack power, still not doing really any damage to those late game enemies. So he tried to swing through on the second pass there, finish it off, but 2 HP didn't do it. But he has seen Cole now, so one assumes he's going to make his way back there straight away.
Yeah, this game, you and the monsters follow the D&D rule. What are my hit points? Bigger than 0? Alright, we're good to go. I can do anything I want to. Full attack power, full spells, nobody cares. All or nothing.
Ursine has picked up level 11, a passel of spells. Still not much in the way of statistics, though. Did pick up Sleep, Outside, and Heal More there, so that will definitely assist in the princess rescue. If you can get to Gwaelin, can bring her out of there as long as you've got it 6 MP to cast Outside and bail before that red dragon gets you.
Heal More is interesting, but with only 4 hit points, doesn't matter much, because most things that are going to kill you that hard, like Heal More is kind of overkill for 43 hit points.
Yeah, it's about twice as much as they need. Heal More will heal you from 85 to 100 hit points, and so when you max out at 43, it's maybe overkill. Overheal? Overheal.
Yep, overheal. Imagine overflowing by accident going to like negative hit points.
Commander Leonhart has made it to Cole, and so he's got his Erdrick's armor.
Alright, Leonhart's gonna head down to the item shop because, frankly, I've not seen an item shop besides this. Long walk,
Yeah.
but first one you're seeing.
Yeah, only other town he's seen is Remulder, no item shop there, so even with this long walk around to Cole, he's not quite sure when he might see another item shop again, so he's going to take advantage while he's here. Sell some of those cursed belts.
Alrighty. First I head back downstairs. Perhaps now we'll find a princess. I don't know if I can have Princess Tove. It's a big responsibility. Are you ready for a Princess Tove?
Oh, you know what? Ursine's trying to walk through, it looks like.
Yep. Ooh, runs away. So agility's starting to pay off now. Chance to escape the red dragon getting a little bit better. Not great, but a chance.
Yeah, it's never great against red dragons, but on 67 agility, you're looking at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 37, 38%, so that's, that's not bad.
Oh no, the darkness. Hey, cave. Who'd have thought? Hey, it's the jerk.
Don't need his services quite yet, but now at least has eyes on it, knows where that all-important rainbow drop trade-in is.
Yeah, so our friend the jerk there, if you bring him the token of Erdrick, the Stones of Sunlight, and the Staff of Rain, he will create the rainbow drop for you. If you don't have them, he will call you a silly name and throw you out of the cave.
Looks like Commander Leonhart sold off his belts to grab a large shield from the coal shop.
Seems so, but he's heading back for more shopping. There's torches. Why not?
Gonna get some torches. He has to run into some dungeons eventually. Hasn't seen any of those yet, so get some torches while you can too. That'll set you up for those.
Yeah, Leonhart heads south and west. We'll find the bevy of towns waiting in the swamp over there. Wizard still being a problem here for Urzine. Low HP being a thing still. Yee. This wizard's being real annoying. Not a lot of escapes. Hitting hard enough to make the heal a 1-2-1-2 thing. Hey, Charlock. So Urzine, crossing around the desert there, has found Charlock. So Charlock appears to be beyond the Cave of Garanham there.
And has this sleep spell now, so the stone men are less of an issue. Unfortunately out of MP, so she's gonna try to make a pit stop in Cole. Get those resources back. Yeah.
Not stone men in the desert. It's a real high ratio apparently.
Yes. Yeah, it seemed to be a very high ratio indeed.
heading back down south. Again, the area should be around, if you're north here, should be the towns, if I recall correctly. Oh no, did Leonhart head back towards... Yeah, Leonhart headed back towards Rivaldar.
And this is the cave. I believe he stopped in here earlier, and it was Tablet Cave, and that's a cave that a lot of people want to torch for, because no encounters down there. If you get lost, you're just plain stuck, and no outside spell yet for Commander Leonhart either. But he will get a chance to take a look at this single chest down here at the bottom.
Ooh, what's in the box?
That is a fighter's ring for Commander Leonhart.
Alrighty, not bad.
Not bad.
Plus 2 attack power.
+2.
That's 1 whole damage to the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, actually. It's kind of underrated for the DL2 fight. If you can get hold of that, that'll increase your damage output by over half a swing. Tilo pointing out in chat that practically doubles their attack power. I don't know if it's quite that severe, but...
I mean if they still have the bamboo pole, I'd agree with you, but...
Yes.
We've got some steel now.
Increases their power by 4%, I think.
Ursa now following suit also heads to the Tablet Cave. We'll have the ring in no time. Well, you know, +2, X2, you just turn it sideways a little bit, and same thing, right?
Just have to, you just have to rotate that operation sign by about 45 degrees. You're good.
Alrighty. Wyvern, so... Ooh, yes, even with the tap power, even with that broadsword in the ring, tap power is still really low. Strength has been very low this seed. So the Wyverns are mid-game enemies. Level 9, you should be fighting them, hit for hit. Only about 7-8 damage to them. Still enough defense to make it a problem for his longsword attacks. And with no MP, you're kind of stuck walking around.
Ooh, some DL2 breath on that Druid, although it's fairly telling that our racers feel as though they still have to fight those kinds of enemies.
Yeah, it's just strength and HP are saying you're well, at least when you're at MP. When you're sitting on your 25, 40 MP, you're like, oh yeah,
fair enough.
I'm king of the world, I can blow up anything I want to. No, you fire 4 gats in your hands and realize, oh no, I'm out of gas.
Yeah, and they're running out of juice pretty quickly too. Commander Leonhart's only got 6 hurt mores in the tank. That's 8 total for Ursine.
And Ursine, unfortunately, to heal, you can heal more, which burns through 8. So that really cranks through quick.
Yeah, doesn't last very long. Not good efficiency.
Yeah, but in a game where you can't dodge, being able to heal is very, very important to have.
Yeah, I gotta say, what kind of game is it when you as a dog, for instance, in Ursine's case, right there, Tov, they can't dodge, but a stone man can dodge, apparently. I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know. I mean, depends on the hero stance. The hero stands still and they all come run towards him. Does he punch out? Are you the punch out guy? Are you actually the boxer and punch out and all the enemies are little Mac? Alrighty, so let's see here. A new stretch of swamp over here for Leonhart. I'm not sure where it goes to. Green Dragon actually is a viable target for hurt more. That's right back. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty good enemy then, if that Green Dragon's just got hurt.
Oh, but they still hurt really hard.
Yeah, trying to chip it there with the broadsword, and that's not doing much on 50 attack power.
Yeah, don't be cute with the dragon.
That said, Commander Leonhart does pick up level 10 for his efforts. And so he'll get a little bit more statistics, but the spell avalanche isn't quite there yet on level 11 for him.
Yeah, noticing on this part of the map here, seeing the same towns over and over again, it's one of the same areas. I'm thinking beyond Garenham might have a few of the spots in the world, because we're seeing the same stuff over and over again. So I'm not sure if there's anything extra. A few more caves to find. Still haven't seen the Silver Harp. That was the Garen's Grave, I should say.
Yeah.
Or Mountain Cave.
You know, I'm starting to think that based on what we've seen, actually, that there might not be much left of First Continent, and we might have to go through Swamp Cave to find much else.
Yeah, so Garenham is dangerous. And Swamp Cave is rough because you have the... There isn't Demon Knights in combat yet. I know they're in the cave. I suspect another problem. Red Dragon's down there. So Swamp Walk is never going to be free.
Yeah, exactly. Really need to have attack power pushing, into the 90s with some better hit points before you can hope to fight those red dragons. Otherwise, you just have to hope to be able to flee from them, and that's, as we talked about, not especially likely even on their current agility totals.
Snowman also soaks hurt more. Doesn't always get hit by it, and has a whole lot of hit points, so you need 2 or 3 to really burn it down. So it's still not a viable choice for combat, even with the sleep spell.
Ursine on that exploration did pick up just enough to grab this broadsword, so that's another +5 attack power over the hand axe.
Alrighty. Not for the end, though. So literally just enough for the broadsword.
Just enough for the broadsword.
No sleep, only sword.
Oh, she got her hand axe refund. I guess she didn't think she needed to top off the resources before she left there.
Fair enough. Alright, Star Wyvern taken down by Leonhart. Approaching, heading back towards, yeah, it's in town. So heading back towards Cole as well. Well, that's Rimdar again.
Ooh. Ursine with an unlucky roll there, tried the sleep spell. Only a 1 in 8 chance that fails against a stone man, but didn't land at that time and got sent back. So hopefully, for her sake, she's cleared the rest of First Continent and knows what she needs to do now. If there's maybe a little bit of a piece of territory over there she hasn't seen yet, she might feel compelled to go back, so we'll see which direction she heads.
On the other hand, she may also see a squirrel, and at that point being towed might be a problem for you. Ooh, yeah, Stoneman's hitting real hard, and ambushing too, so... Yeah, Stoneman, even with the Urged Armor and the HP at level 11, you're still 2 hits away from being taken down by any Trolloc enemy. Like, they're all just waiting to take you apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
one bad dodge, you're just in Trouble Town.
Yeah, 43 hit points is the main limiting factor at this point, because the defense is actually, pretty good. I mean, they're not breaking any Trolloc enemies yet, but they're getting close. And those stone men are still going to hit for up to, I think, about 32, 33 damage on 73 defense.
Level 11. Leonhart will finally get heal more.
Heal too much?
You're at 8 hit points in the middle of the woods. Heal enough. Heal just fine.
Heal's okay.
Alright. Do we save the princess? Do we walk to the other world?
Got the torch use, so I'm thinking probably heading to the spike.
Hey, Magic Wyvern.
I think that's the first time we've seen a Magic Wyvern in the zone.
Yep. Extra crispy. Magic Wyvern always dies or hurt more.
And so does a knight. So that wouldn't be bad if it weren't for those reds. She's almost to level 12, her sign is. Only one more... let's see, 83 for a Magic Wyvern. So, mathing... I don't know. Hopefully the accent will take care of it and I don't have to do any addition. There we go, level 12.
Ding! Show me some stats.
Show me some better stats?
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Level 12, 34 strength, 70 agility, that's pretty good, but 48 hit points, 41 magic points. Those are not numbers in a range where you want them at this level.
It's like having the sword and the armor, and you're the king. You're King Arthur, but you're King Arthur from Sword and Stone. So you're a wee little guy.
You're just its sword's kind of dragging along on the ground behind you.
Getting bossed around by this owl.
This Axe Knight, with its occasional sleep, is not phenomenal, but at least it's using hurt sometimes too. And Ursine is able to take a couple of those out. Pick up some more experience before she heads toward the princess.
Right, well, Leonhart heading back towards the Hawk's Nest and Garenham Hill. At first I was like, hey, no one should talk to us in a while. My second thought was like, oh yeah, red dragon. So,
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll be a bit before anybody wants to look in on that red dragon.
yeah, the hit points here. Heal more is nice, but you're still dying to it, so you never get the chance to fight. Alright, Leonhart cashing in these chests here. Tasty scones. Alrighty, heading downstairs for the first dive at the swamp cave. Alright, Leonhart heading straight down. Leonhart has not found Caitlin, so does not know that the treasure of the world is way, way out there. So just head down the cave and first will be fine. We'll get back to her later. But wait, there's more. Or a cave and find more cave. That's right, it's the jerk. So good to know that once you have your items, it's a quick cash in from Garanham to get the end game rolling. OBS being a meanie. Brr, OBS. Alrighty. We get Earth's Armor rolling soon enough. Meantime, we'll see Commander Leonhart. Now Earth's Armor has all the spells available. How far can we get before something terrible happens? Now it's dangerous around here. We don't know where towns are. You see a lot of towns in Continent 1. So Continent 2 might be really bereft of... Ooh, Sparkle Bridge. Hey, Charlock. Charlock is in Continent 2. Okay. We just missed the legendary Sparkle Bridge. A bridge leading to exactly one tile.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country.
Really coming in handy now.
So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just
Leonhart
make
can choose
subs.
fights
We
to
make
avoid.
subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our new chicken gyro sub with a
And druids are dangerous. Druids do have the DL2
cheese,
breaths. They're
and
still a
sliced
risk.
grilled chicken breast. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Doggy, you're back. Doggy, you found love. Doggy, actually pretty close. No, they'll kill less. Actually, now you mentioned it. Ortega, and actually that could be very well son of Taco. That's still a brand around here? I don't think we have it in Jersey. I remember Ortega when I was growing up. I don't think they have it around me anymore. And yeah, Commander Leonhart finds a town on the second continent. It has a means to recharge the batteries. Ooh. We're signing very close to the treasure. Oh, wait. I'm wondering now. I actually think that continents are connected. I don't think there's a split continent. I think you loop around Charlock, head back south, you end up back towards the big mess there. Alrighty. Leonhart going to check out the Hawk's Nest Spike. I'm going to find out pretty soon it's a problem. From where you are standing, my coordinates are 95 to the south and 58 to the east. Who's a good boy?
Is it me?
It can be. Ursine's.
I'm back.
There you go. Ursine's zooming in on that spot here. We gotta find the treasure. The silver harp. Silver Harp required. You may play it to attract a random enemy from a random group. I believe it's a preset when the seed is created.
Yeah, pulls from zones, the possible zone 0, 1, and 2 enemies now. The Silver Harp does.
Very good. Makes it more reliable. If you have a really bad seed, you get lucky and find the treasury.
Yes.
Ursign finds Brecconary.
Eh.
Join me. Feign interest.
Oh boy, Brecconary.
Good source of iron and calcium. Stir fries well.
Whatever folate is.
Alrighty, so Ursign again. I believe the caves are connected. I was watching Ursign go through the cave and head around Charlock. Actually, no, I was watching Leonhart head past Charlock, head south, end up back towards Cole. So I think the continents are actually one continent. They just somehow they somehow managed not to find the entire other half until now.
That's pretty remarkable. This is a kind of a windy map then.
It's a windy map and it's kind of shoehorned because all the good stuff, Garenham, the Princess, Hawk's Nest, it's all kind of funneled to one location, and Rumelar's in the north, so like it kind of like jammed you into these little corners, and the whole map is there just waiting to be explored. If you're on the south side, hey, mountain cave.
Yeah, and it means you've got, low resources still, and a lot of exploration to do away from places where you might be able to restore them, so... First chest of Mountain Cave is an herb for Ursign.
And Mountain Cave, as we recall, shares the first floor shares the enemies of the Swamp Cave, so dragons are on the prowl.
Fortuitously only saw a Magiwyvern for Perfecto level 13 and 37 power.
Burr is all the protein you need.
That stop in Brecconary is what did it.
Yeah, Motel 6.
Chock full of all the nutrients a warrior needs to get beefy.
For all my mockery of the town, yes, it seems to have worked out very well. Alright, Leonhart is going to find coordinates. Alright, Mountain Cave. Nothing of importance besides finding 37 strength in the Mountain Cave.
Yeah, just lying around on the ground, 37 strength, no problem.
I just found this pair of biceps lying around.
Nobody else was using them.
What was I playing? I was playing Seven Wonders last 2 weeks ago. And, oh, you recycle a leader from the trash pile. I'm like, oh look, some way it's perfectly good Hammurabi. Alright, so Ursign knows the Mountain Cave is now kind of a dud. Focus now, Cave of Garen, Garen's grave. Let's see, what other chests are we missing? We have Garen's grave.
We got grave, and I don't know. We've seen we've seen all the singles. We've seen the Stones chest. We've seen the Erdrick's Cave chest. We've seen the Remulder chest. So I think grave that's the only check left, right?
Grave, and I guess Hawk's Nest is looking really nice to have.
And Hawk's Nest, yeah.
Have the token, I think. There's a chance that somebody's going to be in Charlock as well. The sword can be in Charlock. So, the big stick might be hiding from us.
Yeah, so that increases the likelihood that the token... Well, I suppose not necessarily. But the token is likely to be in Hawk's Nest, but if it's not, then we know it's in the grave.
I mean, it's interesting, because it's 1-to-1. We've seen 2 belts, so we don't know what the third one yet.
Right.
There's a really awkward logic tree I can follow this, but just not going to work out. Alright, Leonhart heading back down to Garen's grave. After seeing that number, it says, you know what? Maybe I do want to get married. Last key, though, so they gotta be really careful to not... Oh, I guess you gotta open that door, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that if he wants to rescue the princess on this attempt.
Ursign trying to use Repel to get around the map faster. Now, exploration is now key. Levels are well, levels now paid off with the strength boost. Now we gotta find the sword, we gotta find ourselves the token. We know the jerk's at. So we have everything in our power to not fight that red dragon. Hey, a cave. Hey, another cave.
Hey, a cave. Hey, a cave.
Okay.
Oh,
so
this is the
loop
other
around.
exit of swamp. Yeah, this is the loop is now closed.
Alrighty. And on last, /run hello world. Alright, Sparkle Bridge, going unsearched due to the cruel reality of having found the item on the ground already.
Commander Leonhart saw the sleep, perhaps for the first time on the next night. Got sent back out of Swamp Cave on that trip.
Alright, I very much easily see Leonhart going back. Stop spell, hurt more, hurt more.
Hopefully he remembers to stop. I don't know where Ramulder is by comparison, but he is only on that one key and did not refill in Tanagel just now.
Yeah, that's a point.
So getting into Garen, he can get into the back of Garenham, but he wouldn't be able to rescue the princess even if he gets through the Axe Knight unless he manages to grab another key somewhere.
And from the single-minded focus heading towards the east, don't think we're finding the key yet. So Ursine's doing a walk around the edge of the map here. So Ursine's following the sea and trying to get around the edges. So you maybe missed a little spot on the very end of a world or end of a peninsula somewhere. There's the math. Leonhart realizes, oh wait, keys, and heads out to the castle.
Yeah, it's heads up there to remember that in time, because you don't want to get down there only to realize you're out of keys and then you have to go to Ramulder for sure.
Also possible that maybe Leonhart wanting some gold to actually buy a full set.
Also true.
Yeah, actually, that makes no sense with the 865 now. Fight the monsters and cash in.
Ursine, with that strength boost on the last level, can run with these wizards a little bit.
The 54 HP is still a really limiting factor. The HP still being a real risk for long combat with strong monsters. The heal more still being basically not paying for itself. You're paying a lot more for half the effect.
Yeah, so it's expensive in terms of healing usage, but that's part of the cost of Repel right now. Their agility is so high that on 75 defense power, using Repel, really only going to see Knights, Magiwyverns, DKs, and then all the Charlock enemies.
Ursine heading to north again, trying to find out where is that sneaky little spot. Where's that missing cave? And there's a floating hat monster. I'm a floating hat monster, Lord.
Got a cave here. And
It's Tablet Cave.
tablet. Bonk to the north and south. And she knew it wasn't Mountain Cave because she was just there. So, has seen that fish before.
Alright, Leonhart. Round 2 Axe Knight.
Yep, first turn stop spell for Leonhart against the Axe Knight this time, and naturally it's not going to cast sleep.
Yeah, it's pretty much spring repeat loop. It's terrible. Yeah, here we go.
That's the hazard. We suspect this Axe Knight is probably 25% sleep at this point based on what we've seen. And you can either hurt more and cross your fingers. It's in the neighborhood of about 60% chance that the hurt more just takes it out.
Alright, good news. Take it down. Level 12. Bad news, you have 10 more steps to not find a dragon before you find the princess. And outside or bust. Safe. Hey, look at this little cave hiding in the middle of nowhere.
Cast the Radiant. Yeah, we're in the grave. Here are the last checks for Ursine.
The last freeish checks. There's still also Hawksness. Cursed Belt.
Fair enough, yes.
Token.
Oh, there's a token. Okay. So the belt plus token means the sword or the death necklace or the flute is for sure in Hawksness, by my assessment.
So Hawks has to have something. It could be really important, or it could just be a thing. I think the Grave's worth diving. Yeah. The Snowman's causing trouble. Commander brings back the princess. I have failed the King of Baron. I've not failed you, King Lork.
So Ursine continuing to dive grave here. There are 2 chests on separate floors. Or in separate locations, I suppose. In the grave in the lower reaches. Closing in on this 4th chest now. And just gets a torch.
Alright, no torch there, no need for that. You get down to the very bottom and find the final chest.
And Gambit, thank you for raiding in. If you're just joining us, we're about an hour 16 minutes into this one. Stats not so great, exploration kinda rough as a consequence. Both racers still looking for stuff. Ursine right now, though, just about to clear the grave as long as you can get to this last chest, and that would leave only Hawksness as a possibility in the overworld at least.
And again, so returning to the castle, you can cash in the basement of the harp for the staff. Then once you have the staff cash in, head back to Garenham or walk around the curve there, find the Jerk Cave, and cash in for your rainbow drop.
Yep, that'll be your Charlock Castle access once you have it. Although we're a little bit away from considering that just yet. The level 13 strength boost went a long way toward helping us get closer to Charlock ready, but the HP and MP say not so much.
Yeah, Swamp Cave is probably the best grind overall, despite the fact that the Axe Knight has sleep. As long as we're at 54 and change hit points, being slept is basically instant death.
The Axe Knight does occasionally at least pull out that hurt spell for a brief respite, but otherwise, yeah, you're looking at maybe 2 swings, even on the defense power we've got right now.
Wedgewagon.
And that Radiant spell is quite pesky. It wears off just as you get to this last chest, which is Erdrick's sword. Big deep dive of grave for Ursine. Picking up the most powerful weapon in the game. She can basically grind now. She knows what her options are.
Yep,
113 attack power. Axe Knight looks pretty good right now.
Yep,
but
all
if
signs
they get,
point to Charlock.
yeah.
And downstairs, cash in yours. It's weird looking heart for a weird looking stick. Get that strange old man who wants, his very unique baseball set. And get yourself a rainbow drop. A golf thing, rainbow staff, shiny rocks. It's like a golf kind of thing. Alrighty. Commander finds once again Swamp Cave, heads down south. Commander might not be aware that the swamp cave is attached to the rest of the continent.
He might not. He might not.
There you go, repel a relatively free walk around. Ooh, Ursine runs out of gas. Use the big stick. Werewolf takes it down. Leonhart's not quite there yet.
Not quite there. Closing in, though. Hopefully reachable from where he is right now.
Alrighty, so we're seeing some of our numbers get colored now. We're getting bigger numbers, so we're getting color changes. Once you see the color changes, orange is viable for getting the Charlock. Probably won't win the game for you, but they're definitely getting the bigger enemies, do some work. Instead of turning green, they start carrying other stats. So if you have a green stat that's really high comparatively, you might be able to carry an orange stat or two to get past Dragon Lord.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of putting it. There's kind of that synergy that exists between the various attributes, and sometimes it's kind of high orange across the board. Maybe you can make that work, but if you've got one big stat that's up there in the green, that can go a long way for you.
Yeah, the green stats primarily HP. Definitely HP above 97 is the magic number, quote unquote. But to be able to do combat, get double hits, not be simply swing heal. You like a little higher than that. But again, a lot of HP can carry you because heals quite a bit of hit points. You can heal more than you lose in 2 rounds of combat if you roll high enough. Similarly, high MP can carry you because you just heal over and over again, and if you have only average HP, 100 or so, it'll be a real slugfest. You definitely have the means to carry yourself past 5 or 6 more extra hits of the Dragon Lord.
Exactly. I think Ursine needed to load up on some keys there. I guess one of the downsides of this particular grind, especially if it goes on for a while and with low resources, that might be the case. Unless you want to walk back out, and it's not guaranteed that you can walk back out because of those red dragons. You've got to have enough keys to be able to keep going back into the basement of Garenham.
Yeah, outside is viable. Outside and walk right around through the back door basically and go to the inn. Takes a while, but it's doable.
Yeah.
There's the 2 Hawk's Nests.
Interesting. HP is kind of low for this, but maybe they have weak breath at a greater frequency than I've been aware to this point. If they do, then this is possibly a very viable grind. 75 defense power right now. I think Red Dragons will top out at 41 or 42 melee.
Dragon goes down.
And there goes a dragon. So I only need a couple of those. She wants to check the search spot, and it is a fairy flute.
Alright, flute ahoy. So Dragon's doing karaoke on the swipe tile.
Okay, so 1 red dragon, and that was it. Ursine's going to duck into Garenham now. Presumably the grind will begin in earnest.
Yeah, it's a pretty painless grind. I might grind on the Axe Knight until I get enough hit points to survive a punch or 2, and then just go back to start punching dragons, because they're apparently...
Yeah. Complete agreement for me on that one. If the attack power kind of stagnates a little bit, but the hit points pick up, then the red dragon grind looks really good.
Oh, I'll pass the staircase again.
Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah, I gotta see if my controllers are up to snuff. My Nest controller finally died, so I have to figure out how I'm going to play this game, this tournament.
Oh no. I know some people who play on a keyboard.
That's viable.
Which is viable. I tried it, and was not good.
I mean, way back in the old days, we couldn't put peripherals. I may have been playing games like Mega Man on keyboard and being passively good at them.
Yes. No, I remember I remember that.
But I've grown old, my wrists have grown tired. That will not happen anymore.
Yeah, I'm in the club as well. Yeah, there's Brian Williams 42. He's a member of the keyboard crew. Kigalus, our tracker tonight.
Yep. Especially this game. This game, no, only 4 directions. You know, it's very much linear-based X/Y coordinates. Menus are very much up, down, left, right. So with the Maru's improvements to the menu. So yeah, it's very much. It's not like you're doing rapid like rotation movements or like Zelda where you're trying to like dance around things. It's very much, very much linear pathing here.
Yeah, mentioning up to NG also keyboards of some very, very, very good players play on keyboard. I think maybe Game Boy F9 at least at one time did. Maybe he still does.
Yeah, so this game very viable.
Absolutely. Level 14 for Ursine. Did bring a little bit more strength. Well, actually, it's more than a little bit more, up into 81 now, so attack power of 123, but no more hit points or magic points, it looks like.
Nope. Got some more agility.
Just what we needed.
Double dragons. See the difference of between 34 strength and 81 strength. 56 attack power, 123 attack power. You see those guys? We're gonna find the secret boss tile. We're gonna find the Axe Knight riding a red dragon. Still cast 255 though. Alright, Leonhart wants that tile. Another belt for you. Alrighty. If I thought it was the gold. There's the gold. Alright, Ursine heading back down. Again, do the long walk. You can grind down there, escape with the outside spell, loop back around. Try and take treasure, but this townsfolk are greedy. Oh, the mind games. No. Got the gold back. Alright, there we go. So Leonhart wants to gain one more level, and we'll see a huge boost in strength. And, yeah, Garen's Grave is real to the north, around like over 3 or 4 bridges. It's real loopy around. Alright. We're cashing in the harp for the Staff of Rain. There we go. A little nervous because we have the chest glitch going on. We've attained chest glitch. And the Staff of Rain was disguised as a pair of wings. Alright, going for more Axe Knights here. Not even bothering with the stop spell, just going in and swinging and hope for the best. Ambush! That hurt spell. Could be worse. And 2s, NES 2s are always solid. Zelda 2, great. Castlevania 2, great. Dragon Warrior 2, not as good, but
what's this about Dragon Warrior 2? Somebody talking bad about Dragon Warrior 2.
yeah, me.
Alright. I see how it is.
There's always a famous question: who's the worst monster in Dragon Warrior? Why is it Malrock?
No, that's the correct answer.
I'm sure if I played the randomizer, it'd be a little more fun. But yes, the base game, a little rough. But it laid the groundwork for some awesome stuff in 3 and 4. So you gotta try some new things, and then they can branch out. So I'm not mad at Dragon Warrior 2, I'm just disappointed.
Ursine just a couple of Axe Knights away from level 15.
Alrighty. Yep, just keeps on grinding those knights. And still probably the better choice for now with the hit points than the dragons. Zarnax, one metal slime in the northwest, but ran away after one hit, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. However, I think the reason Zarnax mentions it is that Ursine is now at 132 attack power, which means guaranteed damage to metal slimes if she can find one. And that's a good grind to have when you have 56 hit points and kind of middling in magic points.
I remember back on the MechWarrior games I had, I just made a whole series of you make your own robots in that game, in that one. And I made no armor, like great weapons, fast as all get out. And yeah, if you hit me, I die. Kind of our party here. Ursine has the best sword, the best armor, a decent shield, almost all the spells besides baby heal, and all stats are looking fancy good. Magic use will work, but you can deal with that. But 56 hit points is not going to work for long protected combats.
No. So, back to the grind for Ursine. Commander Leonhart still hunting down the remaining items that he needs. We know that sword is in deep grave, so matter of whether or not he decides to dive that. We know the token's there in grave too. Or, pardon me, is it the token's in grave?
Tokens in grave, tokens on the top floor, which could lead to a terrible, like, oh great, I got a token, I'm leaving. And the very bottom chest has the sword, so very real possibility that you see tokens say, oh, Charlock has like 10 chests. Well, Charlock, that's the best math. And somewhere Monty Hall is laughing at you. Sad trombones and a free goat.
What are you gonna do with a goat?
I mean, it's a lawnmower.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Can't dispose of them. Scary system. Alright, there heads around the bend. Finally finds Breckenary. Which means by the rules of this game, Leonhart will now gain 37 points of strength. Word for Ursine. You go to Breckenary, eat the stir fry, sleep at the inn, and suddenly, BAM! 37 strength points.
It's like Popeye eating a can of spinach.
Yeah, Breckenary is actually kind of a... Breckenary itself is banned from the Alphabet Olympics. There's the athletes from Breckenary.
They're just... Yep, just the athletes from Breckenary.
Alright, metal slime, here we go. Right,
Two down.
This one's awfully brave.
Very brave. Brave till the almost end.
I point out, just the choice B, mind you. I suppose you could run any of the other three directions I'm not standing in and get away from me.
This hero can't dodge, so their ability to catch anything it's trying to run away is very limited.
Alright, it's unfortunately a mountain cave, so nothing of use in here, other than maybe, 37 strength. Doing shopping in Garenham, getting some more goods.
Yeah, just as a little tactical note, I noticed during that last grind run that Ursine's been making use of the herbs, and that's That's actually pretty efficient compared to the MP that you have to spend on Healmore. You don't have a ton of MP, so if you want to stay down there and grind as long as possible, then using herbs after the fight is a pretty good way to defray those MP costs.
Yeah, so walking around, walking won't be a bad idea, except for Red Dragon. So yeah, it's definitely worth the time. Just munch a herb and take 2 steps. Yeah, there's signs deciding that still Axonite's the way to go.
Commander Leonhart has picked up his level 13, so he's got the big strength boost. He is presently clearing Mountain Cave.
Yep. Throwing fireballs and swinging a big sword. Well, he's gonna do that Urge Sword, per se. And these items here are nothing really important. And here goes to walk out of the cave, I think, to save the MP.
So Commander Leonhart, I believe, is now down to the point where he's also only got to find Grave. I'm not quite sure where Grave is in relationship to Mountain
Grave, I think,
Cave.
was a little more... It was north. You had to go around like 3 or 4 different bridges. It was like a weird like desert peninsula. You had to go up a bridge, around another bridge, then go left again. That was like a J of bridges you had to go across.
I think Commander Leonhart might have actually set up a gold grind here. It's possible that he wants to pick up maybe a flame sword or a silver shield if he's seen one.
Grind is on. Cashed in.
Chat getting in their guesses for amount of MP or amount of HP picked up on level 16. We'll see who gets closest without going over.
Hmm.
What do you think, Seawolf?
32.
32 for Seawolf.
Nope. Oh. Ooh.
You were over by a skosh. Just a bit.
I didn't lose the game. They threw me out of the stage.
They're just gonna re-record that and just skip it in post.
Bob Barker lowered the microphone, just glared at me. That's just national television.
Pointed to the door. Stage right.
We got a winner chat though.
We do have a winner. Amanda's the winner. Congratulations. I don't know what you get.
You get to play the pricing game.
Oh, does he get to spin the wheel?
No, that's at the pricing game.
Oh.
But I'm just guessed again the hit point total.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. You get that goat we were talking about earlier.
Take it home. Alright, and Ursine side 16. Yep, still fighting these knights. Because we only gained 5 hit points. So, here we go.
Here we go. Math Girl bringing up an interesting question in chat. Do you bite the bullet if you come up just shy of 97 on a level? I think if your attack powers, it looks like it's going to be pushing 140 by the time this is all said and done. If your attack power is in that neighborhood and you've got, mid 80s defense or better, yeah, you for sure go.
I mean,
but you need more MP too. I think.
Yeah, I want the 90 plus MP. I want my 11 heal mores.
Yeah. Because if you have less than 97 HP, then you might have to back-to-back heal more sometimes, and that's very resource intensive. You need a lot banks on whether you get an opening double, this kind of thing. So back attack from the Dragon Lord is very damaging in those situations. So you really have to have enough MP to get that done. And some DP is nice for insulation, and the attack power has to be pretty big. And I don't think they're not quite in that neighborhood yet.
I mean, they're fine for another 2 or 3 levels where attack power can jump again. But,
Yeah.
not quite yet.
Ursine, switching it up now, is going to head to Hawksness for this red dragon grind.
Red Dragon is watching Garen handle time. He's like, nope, not yet, not yet. And then one time's like, yep, the day's finally come. Tell the kids to hide in the basement. No matter what you hear, don't come upstairs.
Oh.
Red Dragon's healed, by the way.
Well, now we know. Heal and weak breath for the red dragon. And Ursine right now on 82 defense points. That red dragon can hit in melee anywhere from 19 to 39, so if it's not using the weak breath, you're still taking considerable damage compared to your maximum hit points right now.
Yeah,
I will say, I do want to point out really quickly before I lose track of it, Commander Leonhart did take his gold grind and was able to get a silver shield, so he's going to be, based on what we see on Ursine's side, he's going to be breaking a lot of stuff in Charlock by the time that comes up.
Alright, so Ursine decides the game is much more warrior than dragon in this particular seed. And it's heading, I think, heading back to Garen Ham in the Swamp Gate. Alright, so Leonhart again, exploring around the map. He's trying to find. Clearly, the grave is the location to find now.
Yep, and Grave's the last check he has left available to him.
Oh, made a fool. Ursine's back in Hawksness.
And Commander Leonhart might have the right of it here. Is this the path to the grave?
I believe so. Red Dragon's scary because it can min-max attacks and still kill you.
Exactly, yeah. Right there on 41, just out of the Red Dragon's melee range. So it's pretty rare that you'll get those opportunities on 61 hit points. I guess not incredibly rare, but rare enough. Safe on 40, she can swing there. Worth pointing out, Ursine was able to accumulate enough experience while she was exploring, as well as getting to her grind sooner, that she does have about, actually over twice as much experience as Commander Leonhart has right now. So she is definitely in the driver's seat in that regard.
Yeah, Ursine is becoming lead in both aspects, exploration and experience points. Leonhart's about to get the token, and we'll see if Leonhart bails and runs, because you're an hour 40 in and thinking, oh my god, it's not going to Charlock right now! And hopefully that's not the case. Nope, committing to the dive. Good, good, good. I've seen every Leonhart clears the floor of a dungeon, and Ursine kills another red dragon. So XP is just flying up over there. Alright, we are approaching level 17. Let's get our round 2 guesses for name those hit points.
Round 2. Guess.
I guess not playing the pyramid game because we have all of our fun stuff. So I don't think the treasury is going to be a thing this time.
Yep, nothing in the Charlock treasury. I guess the death necklace could be there, but the chances that we get to an HP total where you'd actually want it are extraordinarily low. Death necklace, of course, for those who might not know, is a piece of equipment that will curse you, but it will give you plus 10 attack power in exchange for 25% of your maximum hit points. So you can see how that would be a detriment if the HP continues as it has been.
On the contrary, seeds where you have tons of HP, like 130, 140, and mediocre strength gain, you can jump up 2-3 levels of stat growth by just slapping it on there.
Exactly.
But if you
Very
fail,
handy in those situations. But if you fail, the king does not want you around. And he will tell you to your face.
Ursine assuring... Oh no, combat? Oh,
This golem would be level 17, and it's max experience like that red dragon.
very tempting.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have any weak abilities. It's just punching.
Yeah, one of the worst things is endgame enemies in Sherlock. It's like, oh, you use no sleep and these spells and vanilla. It's like, oh, it only attacks me. That's great. No, that's terrible. Only attacking you from Sherlock enemies is a bad thing.
Yes, in most cases, especially golems. They have the highest strength of any monster that you're going to encounter randomly along with the red dragons. So you don't love that. So Ursine mere table scraps away from level 17. Probably we'll get it on our way back to the Oxness area.
That guy's repels. Just whatever happens to walk in front of her.
Yep,
It's
she's
your fault.
gonna get mowed down, critical to the wolf. Get out of her way.
Alright, Leonhart heading to the very bottom of the grave. He's almost there. I think Leonhart's on the last floor.
Yes, I believe so. Grave is kind of strange in that it kind of wraps back upward. But he's in the neighborhood of the last spot there. He does pick up level 14 here on his way to the final chest, so here comes Erdrick's sword for Commander Leonhart. He's going to be thrilled to see that. Successful dive done, and he has enough MP left for outside. Does not have enough MP left to go anywhere else, though, so he's going to have to walk this off.
13 hit points.
13 hit points.
Yes.
Level 17.
In the words of Tub, woof. Let's call some more dragons. Alright, Leonhart now. Where we go to? I would think. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty.
So the big resource pickup for Ursine on that last level, magic points vaulted upward a little bit. Got 10 heal mores now. So getting closer.
Play heal and to work from the outside. Really heal walking. Because the heal's a low chance, 25% because the dragons are commonly attacking as well, low health. It's not like it's a heal loop.
Yeah. And it's pretty easy to outswing that on 134 attack power too, so that's really just kind of a wasted turn for the red dragon in most cases.
Alright, Leonhart cashed in all the items for the rainbow drop. Now is, well, gotta make up 7,000 experience points.
Yes.
Make that 7,100.
Yes, and I think that gap is only going to grow larger as Ursine continues to churn away on these red dragons. So he's got his work cut out for him, but he's played pretty well to this point. I think particularly when you look back to the beginning of the seed and realize that he did not use return to save that opening key. I think he's handled his business in the seed reasonably well.
Yeah, outside of bad luck going north, the north focus at the beginning of the game was rough. South focus, we got armor within the first 20 minutes. North focus didn't see armor until I think an hour in or so. It does have silver, which is a advantage. Even at level 14, well below Ursine, has higher defense power.
Yeah. 86 defense on level 14 for Commander Leonhart, as you said. He's breaking a couple of Charlock enemies already, those wizards.
Ursine's going Sherlock. Welcome all to the Sherlock Castle.
So we'll get our first look at this zone. We've got werewolves here on the top floor. That's always nice to see.
Rolls are clearly broken by the silver shield and armor. He snarls and charges you, raking you with claws. Take 3 damage. Then when you walk towards the swinging sword out again, you heal the health back. Alright, Ursine again. The wagon hunting.
Only a couple more to level 18. That target number is 14,250, so at 255 a pop. Just needs one more, and might have the resources to do it. Wants to take a little bit of a heal walk here, I think. Or unless she's planning to head back to Garenham right now. Not a bad idea.
I think after the last attempt at this, perhaps discretion is a better part of valor.
Yes. Saving that MP just in case of another golem encounter or what have you. Other shenanigan.
Yeah, as you walk south out of Hawksnest, you see a giant footprint in the ground and one of your bodies. That reminds you, maybe I should go to the end right now.
Yeah.
That's the Oregon Trail. Dysentery. Lack of food. Golem stomping.
Yeah, that's the one they never told you about.
Alright. Leonhart decides, you know what? Go to Sherlock? Not great. Let's see what's here. Leonhart also has not found the item here, so... Ooh. Down to 1. Still breathing. All good.
Any red dragon hit you can walk away from.
Looks like you have like a 40% chance to walk away from it. And the heal stinks for Leonhart. It's not so bad for Ursine at this point with the extra stats and everything else there. But the heal is just really, really bad for Leonhart.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Got through it. So we'll get his fairy flute. So we're basically all square on equipment now. In fact, Commander Leonhart has a silver shield at his disposal, but Ursine has built up close to a 10,000 experience point advantage. And she's taking a look on level 18.
That's reasonable.
Looks like go to me.
I mean, I go with it with my sword at that power. I think at this point you have to... not to be a... No. My mindset is like, I'm 2 hours to a race. I'm probably about to lose. I should get the Sherlock right now.
Yeah, 135 attack power for Ursine. That comes out to around 12 3/4 damage on average. I would expect she would need, as long as she gets opening double, probably around 72 MP here to make this work. Somewhere in that neighborhood anyhow. So she's got a couple of spare heal mores to work with too, potentially. It looks pretty good. 100 hit points, just over that threshold that we were talking about earlier, where you don't have to worry about double healing so much, as long as your heal mores are good. So this is... she's setting up for her dive right now. Looks like casting Repel, topping off one more time, and then she'll be on her way to Charlock.
There we go. And again, you're looking at a... Very important, there's the heal, not always doing a full heal. Like, heal more has a range to it. So you can't just automatically machine gun, no. You can't do the same attack, spell, heal more, attack, spell, heal more. You gotta read the numbers first. You can fool yourself thinking you're safe and get surprised.
Yeah, I think the real hazard with this fight, potentially, could be just a bad heal more. If you get hit, the breath and the melee damage are in ranges where you can get hit a couple times, be down at like 3 or 4 hit points. Heal more, and if you only get like an 85 on your roll, then you're in danger of having to heal more again. That said, you can't really worry about that at this point. Level 18, you really just kind of have to go for it. Safety level is a lot of XP to pick up at this point. So
I mean, logically that makes sense if you're in the race of Ursine and that's what you're looking at. Reality, we know that Leonhart is literally 10,000 points behind you.
Yes, from our perspective, we can say it would be okay to take another level, but
yeah, I'm very wise when I can see the world and know the workings of 2 alternate realities at the same time. walks over, cashes in the drop.
Yes, Tilo. Single continent was confirmed a little while ago.
Yeah, we were pretty confident it was 2 spots, and we were there. Just a weird loop by Charlock. The island kind of like breaks into one little bridge there, and then breaks apart to the northeast. Hi, Sparkle Bridge. Alright, Ursign headed to the castle.
Yeah, about exactly the 1 hour 55-minute mark, considering she had to go to level 18 and was struggling with low resources most of the seed. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, despite the actual initial key advantage, it was really a matter of just your HP was so low you could fight certain things. That's basically the case of like level 16.
Yeah.
Alright, Ursign, heading down to the throne room.
Charlotte Castle consists of 3 zones. You have Zone 1, which is the top floor that we just saw, and then this first dark basement. Then there's a second zone that is the middle 3 floors, and the last zone, which is the bottom 3. Those zones are randomly shuffled. They'll have different Charlock tier enemies in them, anything from wizards, werewolves, and star wyverns to armored knights and red dragons. And I think we've seen werewolves, stone men, and axe knights so far here in Zone 1.
And also Blue Dragon we saw on Leonhart's dive.
Okay, missed that one. So, all told, most of those enemies you can run from at the kind of agility they have. Ursign has 88 right now. You can get away most of the time from all of that stuff, except for those 2 worst ones, the Armored Knights and Red Dragons, which we're hoping not to see, but the Reds are... there we go. But the Reds, at least today, with the Weak Breath, not nearly as dangerous as they might normally be.
Yeah, chop more dragons are a pain in the neck for almost any stat line.
Absolutely.
Wizard, gone. Wizard 2, 2 power gloves. And so we got dragons in both zones so far. Red dragon does show up.
Red Dragon's a little sleepy this seed. They have not been able to catch up. First turn runs all the way through for Ursign, now into Zone 3.
Big U, the big square, and Charlock patio. I think you wants to play around a little bit, just jump around, get in the way, and cast her at you.
Yeah, just kind of a speed bump right now.
And bring it a walk. Start, yeah, very very soft Charlock 3. First time getting annoyed and swinging, not being dodged. So. I look at the face in that star weapon. Is that the face of something that's going to just annoy you the whole time?
For sure, you can just tell. Alright, Spike Tile upcoming. Forced encounters a red dragon. We've handled a lot of these. Oh!
Oh!
Big time handled!
Ooh!
Covered the spread with a 118 crit.
Oh. Dragon parts everywhere.
So, full herbs. Uses 1 right there, but has 5 for the DL1 fight. Ursign setting up in great shape here for a Dragonlord fight.
Ponder's options.
Yeah, gotta think about that one carefully. Don't want to make the wrong choice.
Ooh, stop spell for the first swing. Ooh, free DL1.
How about that? Stop spells all the way down. And skates into DL2 with a first attack of 17.
17-15. Big hits coming in.
So 32 total right now. And 9 more for 41. Gets a 15, now at 56 after a couple of heal mores. Looking pretty good so far.
Good. Just what I mentioned, defense is just below the threshold of getting 48 guaranteed. So I believe 50 is still viable on punch.
$85 by my accounting after that. 13. Gets a max DL breath there, but has the HP to tank it. 16. 101 now the total.
We're getting close to the magical range of where it could be.
11, 112. Now with 5 heal mores left. Looking very good for Ursine here. Another 17 for 129 total. DL2, of course, can have anywhere between 150 and 165 hit points. That's an 8. Lower roll, but still at 137.
Fewer heal mores is basically guaranteed. The range should not be a problem to reach.
Yeah, 15 already in the range where the next swing might do it. 152. And a 16 to cover it and finish off DL2. Ursine's going to take this one down in just a little over 2 hours. Very well played seed for Ursine here. She's going to pick up a victory in the first Swiss round of this summer tournament. So everybody get your GGs out in chat. Ursinedasyure, first place.
Love Ursine. Base advantages of having the keys early on from the return trick. Easy find to Cole in the armor. Finding armor half hour or faster, even more than that, than Leonhart, unfortunately. And just parlay that into better restoration, better gear, and then eventually just straight up being able to grind for 45 minutes while Leonhart was looking for the last few items.
Yep, that's about the shape of it. And I have to reprogram my brain to say this correctly, because I'm used to saying SRL, but the official race time GG time for Ursine. 2 hours, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Fans of the number 2 rejoice.
Hey, GG.
Ursine will be joining us momentarily. We'll get her thoughts on how the seed went. Meanwhile, Commander Leonhart, well into his grind now. Against these Axe Knights has picked up a big chunk of experience already and is just about to crest the 9,000 mark. But we know he's got a ways to go, that level 18 being the magic level for this one.
Yep. We've seen the benefit, though, of the Silver Shield breaking that Axe Knight. So you'd be knocked out, taking 4 damage from a swing. So much safer fighting the Axe Knight than would have been for Ursine. Grind. Let's see. Death comparatives. 18 to 27. Ursine has 10 fewer deaths. Armor being a huge factor in that.
Yeah, that early armor made a big difference. As you mentioned, the keys did as well. Having access to those up front. Fairy water to use for a kickstart out of that Tanagal treasury was a pretty big deal, I think. Just a quick rundown. As I mentioned at the outset, this is the second race of opening day. We do have another one coming up here in just under 30 minutes. That one will be on Randomania Prime Big Slamoo taking on Ragai 3745. That should be a great race to see. So stick around here on the Randomania family of networks as the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament continues here on day one. And I see joining us now in Discord is Ursine GG. Well done.
I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
I hear you.
Okay, hanging in. We can hear you.
Oh, you can?
Yes,
Sure.
we can now. Yep.
Oh. Well, I guess it's... I don't have to click the talk. That's the problem. Okay.
Alright, so great work. The initial boost from the return trick, which Commander unfortunately was aware of, or just totally missed the boat on that one. You had keys from the get-go. You found the armor much earlier than the Commander, and basically waylaid that into advantage the entire seed all the way through.
That was a rough seed, though. My goodness.
Yeah, for an early-ish Hurtmore seed and getting the armor relatively early, the hit points and magic point totals just seemed to kind of suppress everything you wanted to do, and combine that with the way the map seemed to be laid out, and it just kind of felt like it was a little bit of a rough one.
Yeah, still fun, but red dragons, I don't like them. But I did get the excellent move with Sherlock. Sherlock was easy as pie. I couldn't believe how quickly I went through that.
Yeah, it was very soft. 1 and 2 were a little dangerous. The dragons didn't show up in the numbers. Sherlock 3 was just the very bare-bone, lowest-class monsters. So it just was a cakewalk.
Yeah, just rolling into the spike tile and delivering that one shot to the red, I think, was the perfect way to cap that one off.
I agree. I enjoyed it.
Alright, 1-0. I think back, I think in the seed, it seemed like a dangerous monsters. It wasn't like a dangerous monster prowling around with like powers. It was just the stats were so fragile. You had such low HP the whole time. It wasn't like it didn't take like there was no like sleep breath enemy in the seed. It was just simply just a dragon or an axe knight. I hope I hit it in 2 hits before it kills me.
Absolutely, yeah. It wasn't a bad monster set at all, but having 50 points until level 13 is not exactly easy to work with. HP, not points, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so kind of take us, I mean, the hit points being a problem like that, kind of take us through your thought process as you're exploring. The caves were kind of elusive in this one. It took a little while for both of you to find Mountain Cave and Grave. And then with kind of lowish, I guess kind of middling resources, you decided to dive Grave while you were there, and spiked Erdrick's sword at the bottom. What a relief that must have been to find that in last chest.
Absolutely, I was thinking I was not going to make it, but I'm like, you know what, just give it a try while I'm here. It's going to take forever to find it again, and go for it. And then when I got that, I was like, wow, I'm so glad I dove. So. Because I would have looked in the Sherlock and all of that. I probably wouldn't have dove again for quite a while, so. Yeah,
it was quite a ways out there, so getting back to that just for a single chest, I agree, probably would have made more sense to go to Charlock at that point. And then having the sword means you get to grind those reds much sooner too. So when you were able to switch to that and pick up experience really quickly, that was just a really big find there.
100% agree. I was very much relieved.
The Commander also got there, finally found it, and died instantly. So both of you got to the grave and decided it's worth the trouble. It was so far away. It's worth the trouble now. Just clean out the best I can. Whatever happens.
Yes, I mean, at that point we got the token, so we had everything else, but why not try for... But I did also know that Oxness had something, but it could either be the Death Necklace or the sword, so I decided to just dive. Yeah.
Yeah, made total sense.
Let's see. I guess the main thing would be, I was like having heal more. That was kind of overkill, and not seeing heal till like level 16.
Yeah, like, who uses herbs at level 14? I'm like, this is ridiculous that I'm still using herbs. But, and I mean, they healed me pretty much fully because that was our HP. But it worked. It was just a long seed.
Indeed. Let's check our schedule here. I know we have one more getting ready to rock soon. We're watching Leonhart here for the duration. I do believe, though, eventually we'll be trading off back to Randomizer 1 for a Big Slam and Ragai going at for round 1 their match.
Yeah, our restreamer, we want to thank today MathGirl718, also on that one this evening. So she'll be bringing you that one on Randomania Prime as well. So we might have to duck out of here before Commander Leonhart finishes his grind. He's got a little bit ways to go. Still has to get to level 18, so it's going pretty quickly for him on this Axe Knight. As you mentioned, he's got pretty high defense, so the fights have been less resource intensive than they might have been.
Yeah, sleep has been not a guaranteed death sentence with the shield. Even 2 levels back, knocked out, being hit for 3 or 4 damage by the Axe Knight. So the shield making a huge difference in damage taken.
I think I'm going to head out. Again, thank you so much for commentary. Thank you to Math Girl and everybody behind scenes. And GG to Commander Leon... sorry. My Commander Leonhart.
Thank you, son. Great race run.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Thanks for stopping in, and GG.
See you around. We'll see you next week, and we'll do it again.
Okay. Bye. Have a good evening.
Alrighty, again. So the grind, Axe Knight, just kind of be the focus grind. Whereas I was kind of picking back between Dragon and Knight, which is faster, which is better for me in my setup here. With the defense here, just up, down, hold down A.
Yeah, it's a straight ahead. Not much to think about on this one.
You might have actually came in pretty hard for the 12 damage hit.
I think that's Broken Magi Wyvern, I think, can hit for 13, so that was a pretty high roll. Level 17, so just one away from the magic level here for Commander Leonhart.
Leonhart's look at the stats. 61 is just not going to cut it. You can't...
Yeah, no way to compensate for 61 hit points, unfortunately. If we had some kind of reverse death necklace.
That'd be the worst thing. Like, I'll give you 20 hit points, but take away 10 attack power.
Could come in handy sometimes. Still wouldn't get you there in this case, but...
It's like, I will give you +5 attack power, but you have an herb allergy.
like Zoma, right? Final form of Zoma. You use herbs, take 213 damage.
Yeah, no, just it's like, green things. The truth was breaking area the whole time. Alright, the grind continues outside. I'm gonna heal up. Finally run out of resources. Checking keys inside. Yep, I have enough keys to do a quick 1-2 and save a little time.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Shave off a few seconds there, having to walk all the way back through that back cellar? Warehouse? I don't think I've ever been entirely clear on what this structure is supposed to be at the back of Garenham.
I just know that Catelyn's with the fortress town, and this town is one that has half the town surrounded by stone walls. So, I don't know. I feel like this town might have been like a bad rap.
There's some kind of water back there. Is this some kind of aqueduct sort of a deal in the back of Garenham?
With streams, there's no water in the building. I don't think. Is there a pond in the top corner?
I think there's a pond in the top right corner there. some kind of cistern. Is that a word?
It's a
Seems
word.
like that should be right.
I've seen it. I just don't quite know exactly what it means.
Well, I'm guessing live on the air, so you know.
Hmm. I mean, it's been fun saying Obelit again. It's been gone magic for 15 years until he came back in the set. So you can say Obelit again. Obelit.
Hmm.
Like
Oh, see, I was concerned there that maybe Zarnax was deleting us, and I wouldn't have blamed him, but
yeah, we decided to madness now.
He's just fiddling with command. That's all. That's good. Please do give our great crew a follow tonight. The Seawolf one. I'm Archfield Monk. The Seawolf one is with me on comms. Our tracker's been Kigalus, and our streamer Math Girl 718. I've done a great job tonight, keeping you apprised of all of the action. Let's see, Commander Leonhart now looking about, I think, 9 Axe Knights, now 8, away from the magic level 18, where all the fun happens.
Right, we know that the stats are going to be superior with the defense boost. The soft Charlock will be even softer for Leonhart. I can't imagine there being trouble on the dive.
Yeah, if he wants to use Repel or Fairy Water on the dive, he's going to be repelling everything up through Axe Knights, I believe.
Yeah, my next going to be DL1 for Ursine was perfect. That might be a little different story for Leonhart. We'll see. We're almost there.
I'm crunching some numbers here in the background. I'm curious. I think Commander Leonhart's going to be breaking green dragons too, which means he'll only be seeing 5 potential enemies in Charlock, one of which the red dragon just uses weak breath all the time and it's not an issue like it might normally be. So if he gets the same zone distribution at least that Ursine did, his Charlock dive should be pretty smooth. That looked like one of the squishier Charlocks that you might hope to see.
Yeah, I didn't see any Armor Knights. Axe Knight didn't show up at the party. Snowman didn't show up before I saw. Yeah, it's very, very low damage, or just in the seed weak ability Charlock. Alrighty. And Leonhart also approaching natural silver shield money.
He's already got one, but if he wants to dual wield them, he's in the neighborhood.
Oop. Oh no! Okay, lucky.
Yeah, there we go. Was I think based on the damage he'd done before that swing, he was virtually guaranteed, barring a dodge, to be okay there. But those dodges and those hurt more misses always seem to come at the worst possible time. At least the ones you remember do. And here, oh, he's 1 experience point short.
Ouch.
Hate to see it.
Somewhere's a slime that was spared.
Yeah,
It's raising a family in the woods somewhere.
You think back to minute 2 and go, oh man, if only.
If only that Drakey didn't, breathe fire on me and kill me.
Then I'd be there. He's going to take a look at his stats and promptly hit the outside button, which is the correct maneuver. And so, presumably after a refresh of resources here, or no, does Commander Leonhart feel like he wants to... Oh, I'm not quite sure what he did there. Ducked into Hawksness momentarily.
Yeah, got all tied up there and wanted to sleep.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, when you've been grinding for about half an hour, sometimes those kinds of things can get away from you a little bit.
We got fairy water for repel. Heading to Sherlock.
Yep, should be pretty clean from here. Won't see many encounters, if any, on his way to Charlock. As long as he keeps that rappel up, anyway. Concerns heading in here. Commander Leonhart has made his way pretty far to the northeast. Maybe didn't quite take the turn soon enough to get toward Charlock.
Oh no, the big C is now the big unsea. Where'd it go?
It has gone the way of coal. And turned on its cloaking device.
The big K. Heading back this way. Might just be heading to Garrenham doing it the hard way. I'm not sure. There we go. Over that way, you should be able to see the outline of Charlock. He's across the water and come back around. Gets a little annoyed, but also, again, that's not enough to eat. I'll heal more, so no concern there.
This looks right.
Behold, Charlock Castle. Right where I left it.
The real Charlock Castle was inside of us all along.
Trying to walk around the world is like hitting a button on like a little set of keys. Where did I put where's my fortress?
Just listening for that honk. Should have remembered. Should have looked at the sign. I never look at the sign when I park.
I could see more than like one row of cars around me in a radius as I was walking around. This would be a lot easier.
Time for the panic button maneuver and listen for the horn and the flashing and watch for the flashing lights.
Alright, so top floor doesn't have Axe Knight, so well, it's got sleep. It could be a problem. Or it could typically. Ooh, the words of high spirit is proving true. It's just a number. It doesn't mean anything. Agility is totally made up stat. Yeah, if you could walk, so you get that HP right back. Armor does good work.
Yeah. I like, since he's dipped into that 12th heal more already, he could use another repel here if he wanted and get rid of a lot of these encounters.
Alright, heading down to zone 2.
Oh, run blocks from a wizard.
It's a very narrow hallway.
It's like two people walking toward each other in a narrow grocery store aisle, both pushing shopping carts.
Red Dragon goes Brums.
Oh, that's just unfortunate, having to use a heal more against one of those reds. But that's the thing about Charlock, you never really can tell what happened. We saw from Ursine's experience, she had 10 fewer defense, and didn't really have any problems, just sped right through it. And here Commander Leonhart just keeps getting stopped by things that really shouldn't be stopping him, including this green dragon.
The green dragon, I don't know what is that green dragons. I feel they dodge above their weight. Like, they can't be a threat really, but they run block really good. It's a secret, like, no, but if a dragon, no, the logic. Alright, get the big square into the Charlock patio. Treasury ignored. And again, Charlock's moving pretty soft. Green Dragon, Star Weapons, Werewolves, very low quality enemies in Charlock.
Yeah, the Dragon Lord did not exactly send his best forces out to defend the castle today.
I mean, they're all in Hawk's Nest, and I mean, what do you guys run there in Hawk's Nest or Mountain Cave? Guard the princess, guard the item, guard that magical flute that everyone wants so badly. Like, he covered his bases pretty good.
Yeah, didn't keep anybody at home. One of the classic blunders. Oh, Red Dragon dodge. That does not feel good. Hopefully get some heals and weak breaths here to defray losing that attack turn.
Yeah, the heals might just be a lock in here with the
Yeah,
extreme high attack power. There we go.
there we go. Phew, sigh of relief. Doesn't have to use another heal more there. That could put things into a questionable territory, but on 87 magic points, as long as that holds. Still looks to be in pretty good shape for this fight.
Nice 7, we'll take it.
Declines the offer, gets called a fool. We'll see if this DL1 fight was as smooth as Ursine's was. Did roll 47 on his first attack.
Yeah, it's a big hit, but whereas stop spell, roll over and die, we have hurt more, hurt more, hurt more.
Hurt more, hurt more, hurt more. Just another example of the different experiences you can get on these dives.
And the 48 is rough.
Yeah, you really just can't afford to swing there, because if you get ambushed by DL2, you're in trouble, but using the heal more also stings. Oh no, and it is
Ambush.
a back attack. No.
That was 48. That would have been death.
It would have been death. Oh man, having to start off with a heal now, working from a baseline of 71 MP, this fight is pretty tricky. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance it could go sideways. Real bad luck in the last few encounters, just real rough stuff.
Yeah.
And max breath again, just straight fire.
Those max breaths are only 1 in 8 when he breathes. And he only breathes 50% of the time, so catching a couple of those in one fight is relatively uncommon.
Well, damage rolls have been above 10, so we're doing pretty good damage back.
We need to see those double digits really the rest of the way here. Can't afford anything less than that, but frankly, a string of 10s is also not what you want to see.
Chris, I know I feel bad. Sometimes luck is a zero-sum game.
And another 48 breath. Wow. But did counter with a 17 attack, just about max.
Another 48 in a row, too. That's another 48 again.
Lowish Healmore managed to skate with a 44 breath there, but another 10. I'm not sure I like the prospects here.
Gonna be rough.
Should be able to get 2 attacks down the stretch. 26 melee. 8.
Oh, no, the 8.
No,
Oh.
the 8. And even a low melee after that, but it was still just over that total.
Reset. Don't know if don't know if Leonhart saved after the grind.
I don't know that he did either.
Nope.
Yeah, he's rolled back his experience. That's unfortunate. What a brutal Charlock dive. I can't believe the way that went. Such high defense and really good agility, and just got dealt a really bad hand there on his Charlock dive. Really have to feel for that when you see it happen.
Charlock's rough, and I know still racers who Charlock is the reason why they don't play the game anymore. It's just there's a level of tolerance of nonsense that you can take and say, you know what, that's enough of that, and then they just kind of put it aside for a while and come back later.
Yeah, which is entirely understandable. He does tap out here with a forfeit. I can't say as I blame him. That was just really rough. What looked like, based on what we saw from Ursine's experience, and as you mentioned, Commander Leonhart has the advantage of that silver shield too. So just a crazy dive, and he has joined us here in chat. GG to you. What a brutal Charlock dive and Dragonlord fight that was. Just everything kind of broke against you at the end there.
Another one's fallen to the Press to Talk Beast.
We'll try to whip Discord into shape so we can hear Commander Leonhart's thoughts. In the meantime, we do want to point out that basically immediately following this race, the runners Big Slamu and Ragai 3745, as you see there on screen, that race was scheduled to start just a couple of minutes ago, but they've agreed to hold off until we've wrapped up here, partly because our restreamer Math Girl is going to be restreaming that one for us as well, so stay tuned. If you're in for some Dragon Warrior Randomizer After Dark, that's 11:30 East Coast time. And that race will be starting fairly shortly after the end of this one.
Nope, looks like Discord is being stubborn.
Discord is being very stubborn indeed.
We're working on it.
We are working on it.
Slam with the dreaded best of 2 match.
The best of 2. It's kind of like a heel loop, isn't it?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, you do the best of 2. You split them 50-50, wait 2 years, and do the 3rd match for a big payoff.
It was just as a cliffhanger while you wait for some other streaming service to pick you up.
That's every single boxer. Every single boxer I've seen does this.
Any pre-match thoughts, Big Slamoo?
Pretty much that's the curfew. There we go. So, desire for chaos. Some of us feel like chaos. Some of us.
I have to say, if anybody has not been checking in on the DWR Discord lately, some interesting developments of late. We've got a couple of new things that are kind of being tested out, and actually the co-op mode, if you're familiar with some of the other randomizers that have this, where you can kind of hook Lewis. Oh, hey, there we go. We'll get back to that in a second, but Commander Leonhart has joined us, so we can hear him now in chat. So, GG to you. Just to, I can empathize with that Charlock dive. My goodness, it looked like it should have been free, and then just kind of everything broke against you at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, sure, we can limit that discussion to the Charlock dive. Why not? First of all, I meant to finish it out. I just needed that. I reset out and realized immediately after I did. I haven't saved in a while. My bad. I was gonna make another go.
Yeah, of course. No, it's very just like, okay, darn, I'll save the death bring and just reset. No, mistake.
Yeah.
Yes. Been there, done that.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. So talk us through your experience in the seed a little bit. There were a lot of trouble spots there. Was kind of a slog at most of the points, but a lot of it had to do with that lack of resources, just low HP throughout, low MP throughout.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go for you?
Let's see. Early on, of course, you discover the Drakies have heal more. Nope, can't fight them yet. Magidrakies right out. I probably got lucky on the red slimes, not discovering they had big breath until I got to level 2. But eventually Stop Spell came along, I think, at level 2, and that put Drakies on, and then there was enough power to punch out the Drakies and the red slimes immediately. I wish I had explored differently. Definitely wish I had explored differently.
Yeah, kind of a missed coal there was just a little bit further to the southeast of the direction you seem to be going, so seeing that must have been a disappointment when you got there.
Yeah, once I got there, I'm like, wow, I hope there's nothing really important on this search tab. Oh, well then. I'm behind. Oh boy. And then to find, what was it, Garenham and Hawksness immediately over to the west of that, and then Caitlin quickly to the east of that. It's like, oh wow, okay, everything was just down here to the south, and I decided to head up to Keytown and do a ghetto gold grind for broadsword and full plate.
Yeah, I mean,
Great.
Based on the information, yeah, right? But you can only play with the information that you have at the time, right? And you knew where Mulder was, and you had access to those keys, and then the gold grind that you did, and got your full plate and broadsword, which were good equipment for the time. But yeah, just all that stuff sitting there to the south. That always feels bad when the exploration breaks that way.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, just the hit points were just a constant struggle throughout the entire seed. Like, I probably checked my name at least 3 times. Did I put in capital Z? Did I accidentally put in something else that's low HP? No, there's still a capital Z up there.
Yeah,
all right,
good. Across the board.
Good.
Almost a mock, like, oh, here's heal more, level 6 or level 7. It's like, yeah, it's great, except I only have 40 hit points.
Right, I'm in the middle of diving Mountain Cave, clearing it out after finally running it down. And like, okay, good. I'm gonna set up my gold grind here correctly, finally. And thy power increases by 37. And I'm not gonna lie, I looked at it and I said, could that be hit points, please? I feel bad snubbing the 37 power, but could I have hit points, please? Please?
You both got the same part of the map. You went to Breckenary, ate the Motel 6 food, then instantly gained 40 strength. So Breckenary's got new powers in this year, so keep your tabs on that.
Go to Breckenary. It's not Holiday Inn Express. It's Breckenary and the Motel 6 that makes you better off the next day. I'm definitely looking forward to the VOD. There were definitely a few calls I made in the heat of the moment where I'm like, I don't know. Chief among them, what to do about a grind. I waffled between staying away from Axe Knights with sleep and trying to pace that desert for Wizards and Wraith Knights and whatnot, and well, you saw I eventually went after the Axe Knights, and it proved not to be that bad. I'm curious to see what my opponent did for a grind and what chat's comments and your comments are in that time.
The grind was pretty universal for both of you. Axe Knights, until they could dabble, Ursine eventually dabbled in fighting the Red Dragons once she had enough HP. That's the main thing, and HP again was the deciding factor. Once she felt safe, fighting 2-3 rounds against a Red Dragon, she went there and tried to fight those instead. So they had a baby breath and heal. So they were the attack 3 times where it was bad, but you had definitely chances for 3 rounds of combat, very soft damage. They were so cooperative.
Yeah, as long as they did not punch. Yep, definitely.
All right. Well, any closing thoughts before we wrap this one up? It was a nice job for your first time out in the tournament. I know you've been playing for a while, but good luck to you in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Just thanks to Math Girl for the restreaming, to yourself, Markshield Monk, and Seawolf for comms, and Kiglis being the other person in here must have been the tracker. Thank you all for putting on the show. We can't put the show on without you all.
Very appreciated. So, with that said, we should probably let Math Girl get going because she's got another race to restream over on Randomania, so stick around for that one. Big Slamu and Ragai coming up shortly. You can always visit the DWR Discord. Those links are all in chat as of recently. Check out some of that co-op stuff and the new version, which is in beta testing, as well as all the tournament action. So a great race coming up for you momentarily. Seawolf, any thoughts before we cut them loose?
The next race is just as fun and goofy. You got a lot of changes, and the randomizer, again, you have different stats, different seeds, same flags in most races, but you'll see a lot of differences. So stick around and enjoy the show.
All right, for our whole crew here, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the next race.